Greetings and welcome to the module 9 titled Frequency Standard Used in NMR Spectroscopy. The objective of the session is to learn the need of NMR frequency standard. At the end of the session, the learners will be able to explain the need of NMR standard. Before going to the frequency standard in NMR spectroscopy, let us revise the principle of NMR spectroscopy which we have discussed in our previous modules. As we all aware of, the protons present in the nucleus are in random motion, having same energy levels. Those are called as degenerate. In the presence of magnetic field of around 2.35 Tesla, the spin states of the protons are getting splitted. The splitting is based on the alignment of magnetic field applied with that of the induced magnetic field of the protonic spins. This splitting is based on the applied magnetic field. If you give the radio frequency radiation of around 100 megahertz, the flipping of protonic spins used to take place. But not all the protons resonate at exactly 100 megahertz. That is due to the chemical shift, because protons attached to carbon atoms are surrounded by different electron densities when compared with those of protons attached to oxygen or nitrogen atoms. Hence, depending on their chemical environment, the precise resonance frequency of the spinning proton will be shifted from 100 megahertz by a few parts per million. This shift, we named it as chemical shift, which we have discussed in our previous module. Accordingly, we have defined the chemical shift as the difference in ppm level between the resonance frequency of the observed protons and that of standard. We can represent this chemical shift value by using the given formula. Chemical shift of sample is equal to the precessional frequency of the sample minus the precessional frequency of the reference divided by precessional frequency of the reference into 10 to the power 6 ppm. The chemical shift position is expressed in delta units, being the difference in frequency in ppm level from the TMS signal. See, we all know that the precessional frequency is directly proportional to the applied magnetic field. If you increase the magnetic field, the precessional frequency will be increased. If you decrease the magnetic field, the precessional frequency will be decreased. It means if you increase the magnetic field, the splitting will be small and the energy required for resonance is also small. If you increase the magnetic field strength, then the splitting between the spin states will be more, and the radio frequency requirement for the resonance will also be more. Remembering that the field and frequency are mutually linked, the preferred procedure for measuring chemical shifts is to reference them to an internal frequency standard. For example, if you take the NMR spectrum of tertiary butyl alcohol, as we all know that the 9-methyl protons are having a shift of around 130 Hz, and the hydroxy protons is having a shift of around 400 Hz from the applied radio frequency radiation of around 100 MHz. If you increase the magnetic field strength, splitting will be more. Accordingly, the radio frequency requirement will also be more. To avoid such confusions, we are introducing one standard, namely tetramethylsilane. These tetramethylsilane are having some beautiful characteristics which makes it to use as a NMR standard, which we will be discussing in our next module. Before that, we have to keep this point in our mind that frequency is directly proportional to the magnetic field strength. If you increase the magnetic field strength, the requirement of frequency will be more. Hence, we have to add a chemical which should act as a reference in the NMR spectroscopy. Thank you very much for your active participation. If you have any sort of doubts, you can ask in the online section, which will be held in a Google Meet platform. The link and timetable will be shared through WhatsApp group. Thank you one and all.